Good morning, y'all. Good morning on this good old Friday morning. It's Friday and I'm ready to hang. If y'all know it, y'all. Tonight, oh, it's alright. No. Good morning, happy Friday, y'all. Good morning. So I'm taking a walk this morning. I try to make sure I get it in at least once a week. Hasn't been happening. No, but that's okay. Today it happened. It happened today. And so on these walks, I typically do not. Hopefully y'all can hear me because I left my earbuds at home too. But typically on these walks, I don't put anything in my ear. I don't do any music because I literally just want to focus in and walk and talk to God while listening to the birds chirping and looking at the skies and really be in the moment, really be just taking in his creation, right? Taking in all the amazing things that he's made, he's created, because he's this wonderful, extraordinary God. And so I want to be in tune. Look at these skies behind me. Come on, man. Infinite skies, clouds, all this beauty. So I don't want to be distracted by music. And so I typically don't, good morning. I typically don't listen to anything because I want to be mindful, practice mindfulness. And come on, Narelle. Come on, Rob. I want to practice mindfulness and be alert to what's going on around me, just his glory, his beauty. So anyways, so as I'm walking, I'm talking to God. And I began to ask him, going through some healing and stuff like that. And I was like, Lord, I was on the tip of my tongue to say, Lord, yeah, I just want you to break. And I was like, wait, I don't have to ask you to break me. Like, I don't have to ask you to break me down and build me back up again. Because if I'm yours, your natural response when the cup or when your hopefully connection is good too, y'all, but your natural response to when we're not being formed in a way that you desire or you're shaping, you are right with smashing it and recreating it again. You are right with having the vessel be broken in order for you to reshape it again the way that you desire. And I was thinking about the parable. Good morning. I was thinking about the parable, where he smashes the vessel and then begins to recreate again. And I was like, I don't have to ask you to begin to reform me, because truthfully, I was being formed in a way that I was being formed. It wasn't to your liking. And I came up with the analogy, right, of a cup being formed, right? So he could have been making me to a nice cup, right? Nice little coffee cups that you get. They got the inscription on the outside, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say they cute. You'll be able to pick them up, drink your coffee out of it, look demure while you're doing it, But if it's a regular coffee cup, then whatever you pour in the inside of it, it only lasts for a little bit. If you pour something hot in there, it's only going to be hot for a little while. You'll be to enjoy it in the moment, but then after that, you got a few minutes or so until it's cold. If it's cold, you got some time, a little bit of time before it becomes, lukewarm. But if I allow him to really form me up to what he wants, he probably is trying to make what I was fine with the coffee cup. He wants to make me a thermal cup. What? He wants to make me what's Stanley cup. You know what I'm saying? I was okay with the little coffee cup that look cute. Got the nice little inscription, the scripture on the outside. It looked good to everybody. But sometimes those Stanley cups just look plain. It look plain on the outside. All it is a color, But on the inside, they have material that helps them to sustain the temperatures, right? So if something in there is warm, then it gets to stay warm for extra long amount of time. Whatever's in there, it stays that temperature. If it's cool, it's able to sustain what is on the inside, and you're able to enjoy it longer. It's not a momentary thing. It's a long-lasting thing. So I could actually be good with being the coffee cup and looking cute, or I can be the one that was built up to the point that was able to sustain the temperatures that was not only going to be momentary, but it's going to last long while we'll be able to really enjoy what has been poured in. I can really enjoy what has been poured in, and not just have to adjust to when it cools down, or when it, because you never know in coffee cups, you never know when it's going to be cold, or when it's going to get lukewarm. You just got to you got to hurry up and drink it before you lose out on the moment. But whenever you're built up to sustain, you last a little bit longer. And so I said, God, I don't have to ask you to break me. I'm your child. I'm your vessel. So therefore, when you saw that I wasn't being formed in a way that you desire because of who you are, you said, you know what? I don't like this. I'm the potter. And guess what? The what I have for her life, my will for her life, don't look like this. So let me go ahead and smash this. And let me go start recreating the vessel that I want. Since she wants me for my will to be done in her life, my will looks like this. The vessel that she is, the vessel that he is, looks like this. It does, even though I had great plans for my life. I had great plans. I had, and everything was coming together the way that I desired. That's the crazy part. But whenever something was put into it, it only lasted for a moment. It didn't last long enough. It only lasted for a moment, but then I had to pour new stuff in there and readjust again. So, I was like, Lord, I trust you. I trust you that the coffee cup was cute. It did its job. It held the stuff in there that was poured in, but it wasn't what you wanted. You wanted me to be able to sustain what you poured in. You wanted me to be able to have the experience longer. Hold on to those moments. You didn't want me to just have a momentary moment and just it's done after a few minutes. You wanted to build me up where when I'm hot and I'm on fire, I'm going. And when something is cool in me, I can sit down and enjoy it. It'll sustain. And so, man, like having this little walk today, look, like I just enjoy just God's beauty. But I come to realize that I didn't have to ask the breaker to break me. I'm his child. When he didn't see I was coming out the way that he wanted, he said, She said she asked me for my will to be done in her life, not for my will, not hers. So therefore, I already got permission to break it down, to build it back up. As much as it looked so pretty, that coffee cup looked so pretty. It was cute. It was cute, y'all. The coffee cup was off the chain. But only what you put in there will last a little bit. When he really wants you to be a whole Stanley cup, where you could be able to take the temperature of anything that was poured on the inside of you. So, all right, y'all. It was just a little revelation I had while I was walking. Man, just know, trust God's plan, man. You may think that your life is so perfect, man, and everything is going right, going according to plan, and he has something way bigger for you. He got something way again, it looks pretty. Your little coffee cup got all the right stuff on the outside. They got the inscription. They got your name on there. It's about this big. You know what I'm saying? It's cute. But he I don't care how cute it is. Are you really happy with it? Is it going to sustain you? Or is it just good for the moment? Come on now. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So I got this little revelation on my walking, so I want to share it with y'all. Know that God already has permission. If you put your life in his hand every day, he already has permission to break you and rebuild you the way that he desires, because you've given him that. And so if he see things are not going as he planned, he gonna make sure to break that vessel down as the potter and start reshaping it into what he really wants for your life. You don't know what it looks like, but give him a yes. I promise you're gonna be satisfied. All right, y'all be blessed on this Good Friday, y'all. Look, it's Friday. If you work Monday through Friday, then I know what's up. You about to appreciate this Friday, because tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have 2 days at least to chill before Monday. It is what it is. But I love y'all so much. Thank y'all. Good morning, Vic. Good morning, Neek. Good morning. Love y'all. Good morning, Kiara. Look, y'all, I'm just happy to be in the land of the living. All right, y'all be blessed. Have a great Friday, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Much love.